my name is Soika. We're gonna talk about pragmatics and cultural differences in Desperate Housewives. And there are 4 main characters, so each person in group are gonna take each characters. 2 of us are gonna mention about pragmatics, and 2 of us are gonna talk about cultural differences. I'm gonna talk about Brie. She is very tactful, sophisticated, artificial. So her character reflects the way of her talking. So she uses refined and figurative expressions a lot, and she talks around a lot. And she violates maximum quality very often, and she uses hatching a lot. And when things get bad or embarrassed, she preempts a lot. So let's see the episode. Her neighbor Angie invited Brie's couple. Brie is a successful caterer, so Angie wants to be hired to Brie. So enjoy the show.
Hey, look who's here.
My goodness, another course?
Oh, my grandmama Belly always said, if the men can still button their pants, dinner ain't over yet.
Is the braciole amazing, or what?
I have to admit, I've never had this before, and it is quite tasty.
Oh, thanks, hon. Hang on a sec. We don't want to stain that gorgeous blouse.
I'm actually a very neat eater.
Oh, hey, when Nick here starts twirling his pasta, nobody's safe.
I did get some friendly fire from a meatball earlier.
Yeah, I'm glad we're finally doing this. You two are hard to pin down.
Well, we've been incredibly busy.
Oh, I'll bet. Especially since Catherine wigged out and you had to give her the boot.
You know, if you need someone to replace her, you could do a lot worse than Angie.
Oh?
Yeah, her grandma Bombelli had the best restaurant in Little Italy. Taught Angie everything she knew.
I mean, if you're looking for help.
Well, if your food is all this good...
We're not hiring. Sorry.
Okay. It's just a thought.
You sure, Brie?
She said no.
No, I'm just saying. You don't know what you're missing.
Nick, she's had 4 courses. She knows what she's missing. Now zip it.
Don't bite my head off. I'm just trying to help.
What, by embarrassing our guests? Just ignore him, okay?
It's your idea to cook for her.
Thank you! Now they're gonna think that I don't cook for people unless I have an angle. I am so sorry. Now look at them. They're wishing they hadn't come. No, we're having a lovely time. Perfect! Now you're making our guests lie. I'm gonna go stir the sauce.
I'll get more wine. We're gonna need it.
Just curious, how many more courses?
3.
Orson, I never thought I'd say this to you again, but please unbutton your pants.
Orson said, another course is ellipsis. Is there another course? And Brie said, I'm actually a very neat eater. It's a conversational English teacher. She means she doesn't want to have a napkin around her neck. And this is violating of maximum quality. Actually, Olsen never got fired from a meatball. He is joking. And this is hatching. And Angie wants to soften her tone because she is asking for a job. And Olsen said, well, if your food is all this good, and Brie interrupted, we're not hiring. It's preempt. Because she doesn't want to hire Angie, so she stopped also. And Angie's husband said, you sure? It's ellipsis. Are you sure? And Angie said, now zip it. It's very rude. Angie is a very candid woman, so sometimes she ignored her husband, so she doesn't using catching and talking around. She just speak. No, we are having a lovely time. Brian also said that it's violating maximum quality. Actually, they are not having a great time, but they are being polite. Oh, just curious. It's violating maximum quality because Bri didn't ask just for curious. She wants the dinner finished earlier. And how many more courses? It's ellipsis. How many more courses are there? Please unbutton your pants. Bri said that to her husband, but it does not mean really unbutton his pants. She mentioned it because she wants the dinner finished quickly. And I'm going to show you next clip, and it's several days after that dinner. Bri needs Angie's recipe for her catering business. So she came over to Angie's house. Enjoy the show.
Oh, look, what a nice gift.
That's the least I could do to thank you for that marvelous dinner.
Oh, please, we should be thanking you for not walking out when me and Nick started screaming at each other.
Oh, it was just one course. The rest of the meal was extremely quiet.
God, you are so tactful. Do you think you could teach me some of that?
And take away that earthy charm? I wouldn't think of it. Listen, Angie, I have this friend coming to town next week, and I would love to serve her that dinner you made for us, if you don't mind sharing your recipes.
Oh, gee, I would love to help, but Grandma Bumbelli was real strict about not sharing the family recipes.
Oh. Please? This friend just loves good Italian food.
Take her to Piccolino. Their food is good.
This friend, she doesn't really go to restaurants anymore. Not since the fire. People stare, so...
Oh, my God, that's awful. You know what? Grandma would want this woman to eat well. Hold on. Okay, we got the gnocchi, the lasagna verde, the tortelloni, the braciole, the straccato arancini, and the polenta cake. But I'm making a big exception here. So promise you won't go passing these around.
Trust me, I will treat these recipes as if they were my own.
It's the least I could do to thank you for that marvelous dinner. Bri said that. And oh, it was just one course. It's both are violating the maximum quality. Actually, the dinner was awful, and the fighting was not the one of the course. Listen, Angie, it's breakfast signal. They are talking about the dinner, and Bri is changing the subject, so she is breakfast signal. And I will treat these recipes as if they are my own. These meant are having two meanings. I think it is a conversational influencer. She'll use that recipe for her business purpose as if recipes were her own. So it's another meaning of Angie, what Angie intended to. And the reason why I picked this episode is that there are cultural differences between America and Korea about treating recipes. American housewives tend to keep their recipes more preciously and secretly. So many of them are having that kind of recipe box. I've seen that box many times in movies or soap operas. And if we are having dinner with Americans, it could be very rude if we ask for recipes. So we should be careful.